If you don't know the difference between being honest and being cruel, maybe you just need to keep your mouth shut. Is that a little rough? So after church, I came to Lemon Lake County Park, which is where I am. And I had this idea in mind that I wanted to talk about. People will sometimes be like, I'm just going to tell you this just to be honest. But the truth of the matter is, what they're being is cruel and unkind. This idea of telling people the truth versus just being hateful and cruel, telling them the truth in order to make them better. I got onto this because of something that happened after photography club. So one of these pictures was commented upon by supposedly a friend of the subject, and the comment was something to the effect of, "You're too fat to be a model." Now, it's obviously not the boob picture that got that comment. The thing is that why was that comment said? Now, honestly, I only have half of the story from the one person. I don't even have two sides. I don't even have the whole story from one side. I've just got like part of the story from one side. But I did see a screenshot of a text message, and that text message said, "You're too fat to be a model." Now, that's not the exact words, but now I don't know the person who sent the message, but I do know the person who's the subject of the photo, and I can tell you for a fact. And you can look at these pictures. None of these pictures looks like someone who's fat. And if you know the person in real life, if you know the person not as a photograph, there is no way you could construe that person to be fat. So that leaves me to wonder, what was the motivation of that? Was it to help someone become a better version of themselves, or was it to be hurtful and vindictive and mean-spirited? The question is honesty, was it honesty or was it bullying? Was it honesty or was it cruelty? There's a difference between what you tell people that helps them become better, what you tell people to help build them up, compared to what you tell people to tear them down. There's a difference. And most of the time, if you ask me, the person doing the telling knows what that difference is. Now, I'm not saying that you don't tell people the truth when you're trying to help them. There are times when you've got to be honest, and sometimes the truth, as the expression says, sometimes truth hurts. But there's a difference. There's a difference in how you say it, and there's a difference in where you say it. I'll be the first to say that if I'm doing something and it is detrimental to myself, to me, I would like for someone to call attention to that. On the other hand, that their opinion, their view, their understanding of the situation is going to be based on their perceptions and their values and their understanding of all the background information, which may or may not be 100% correct. At the end of the day, when someone tells you something, or when someone tells me something, I have to look at it and consider the possibility that it's true, but also consider the possibility that it's not true. So the young man who said the subject of the photograph was fat, the data is just not there to back that up. And I don't know him, and I don't know what his intention was. And as I said, I don't know anything about him. I only heard half of one side of the story. But I cannot see how the comments that I saw in the screenshot could possibly be construed as being helpful or building the person up. I know that's pretty judgmental, it's pretty harsh and all those kinds of things, but it's a good lesson. The point is, and the closing thought on this conversation is, you cannot wrap your cruelty up and put a bow on it and say, I was just being honest. You can't be harsh and mean and unreasonable and cruel to someone and then just say, oh well, I was just being honest. You should thank me for that. Doesn't work.